and good morning all of you. This is Ashima Shukla, your current affairs and banking awareness faculty on Entry platform, and in this session we are going to talk about all the major news events that have taken place in the past days. The discussion is going to involve all the important news events and we are going to talk about them in a bit of highlights form. At the end or the second half of the session, I'll be talking about or discussing the few questions that can be framed from the news events that we will be just discussing. After that, if you want to practice more questions, you can take a free live quiz which is available on Entry app, for which the link is provided in the description section below. Now, starting on the discussion of news events, the first is that Jeswin Aldrin has won a FED Gold Cup Gold by jumping more than 8 meters in the long jump event. Vedant Madhavan has won silver medal at Danish Open swimming meet which was held in Copenhagen. Tamil Nadu beat Punjab in the National Basketball Championship organized for the year 2022 recently. Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has committed that 100 integrated command centers will be ready by 15th of August 2022. Now, when we are talking about these integrated command center, it is a nodal center for controlling and monitoring the smart city projects, which will streamline all the data from housing, electricity, water usage, waste management, and every other data that is collected. It is going to streamline that. And smart city mission, you all must be aware about. It is an ambitious project which was launched in the year 2015 to make 100 smart cities, and for that 94 billion US dollars have been set aside. Khadi Village Industries Commission KVIC has created more than 8.5 lakh jobs, the highest under ND program so far. KVIC is the nodal agency of Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program. It has been able to set up 1,03,219 new units over one financial year. KVIC has invested over 12,000 crore rupees to establish these many units across the country, and KVIC has taken several governance measures to make manufacturing seamless from the start. Telangana saw large-scale protest following the CCEA's decision to cut procurement for the parboiled rice. Now, parboiled rice is the partly boiled rice at the stage before milling. It's traditional way followed in some states, particularly in the southern ones, where they prepare sites suitable to be cooked. Now, the advantage is that it has high nutritional value compared to the non-parboiled rice, and it is resistant to pests and insects, making it suitable for storing for a greater period of time. Now, the overall demand for parboiled rice has decreased over the years as per the Ministry of Food Processing and Consumer Affairs. Telangana is the largest producer and has registered resistance to reduced procurement. Right, so that is the reason that there is a protest for cutting out the procurement. Wholesale price index inflation WPI has buoyantly risen to 14.5% as per the data released by Office of Economic Advisor DPIIT, following the disruption in the fuel supply amid the Ukraine crisis. Now, the wholesale price index is assessed on three parameters: primary articles, fuel and power, and manufactured articles. Out of these three parameters, fuel is a greater component and has seen constant fillip because of the Ukraine-Russia war supply, which has hit the fuel supply overall, and fuel is the prerequisite for running manufacturing units. Hence, WPI has an exponential surge. Amid rising per capita income, debate around the decadal poverty alleviation has caught pace. India is, however, trapped in middle income trap. Poverty line is decided as per the Rangarajan committee numbers, which is 47 rupees and 32 rupees for urban and rural respectively. As per Economic Survey of 2021, poverty in India is at 21.9%, which says about 25 crore people are below poverty line. Right, and World Bank data suggests that in the last decade India has been able to reduce the below poverty line number to 12.3%. SBI, one of the promising DSIBs and the largest lender in the country, has raised 500 million US dollars in a bid to expand their business. SBI has raised the first offshore US dollar linked secured overnight financing rate linked syndicate loan recently, and it shows the reputation enjoyed by the largest lender in the credit market abroad also. SBI is one of the more of the four domestically systemical important banks, and DSI is the one which has a total capital of 2% of India's GDP. So such banks are prone to more regulations because they drive the economic socialism. Prime Minister will be visiting the Command and Control Center of Schools in Gandhinagar. NSA National Security Advisor Ajit Dovalji inaugurated a National Cyber Security Incident Response exercise in New Delhi. Sarjan Prakashji won 200-meter butterfly Danish Open Swimming Championship 2022 recently. Swanidhi Se Samriddhi scheme, which is an additional program of PM Swanidhi, has been launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. It was launched on January 4 to be implemented in a phased manner. The total target of 20 lakh scheme sanctions has been set under the phase 2 for the financial year 22-23 under this. In the first phase, which was in 2020-2021, 125 cities to cover approximately 35 lakh street vendors and families was the target. In phase 2, the target has been additional 126 cities covering 28 lakh street vendors and their families, right? And then in the other phases, gradual addition is going to happen. Regional Connectivity Scheme UDAN, Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagarik, the flagship scheme of Ministry of Civil Aviation, has been selected for Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration 2020 under the category of Innovation General Central. The scheme lays emphasis on good governance, qualitative achievements, last mile connectivity rather than just the achievement of the quantitative targets. The award has been launched by Government of India in 2006 for recognition of this for the work done by the district or organizations of central and state government, which carry a prize amount of 10 lakh rupees. Now, Ministry of Civil Aviation is going to receive the award on 21st of April 2022 on Civil Service Day. Central government has infused a total of 5,000 crore rupees in 3 public sector general insurance companies, that is Oriental Insurance Company Limited, National Insurance Corporation Limited and United India Insurance Corporation Limited. The individual capital infusion in these 3 companies is NICL at 3,700 crore rupees, OICL at 1,200 crore rupees and UICL at 100 crore rupees. With this authorization, share capital in these companies has been increased. So the authorized capital for NICL is 15,000 crore, authorized capital for OICL is 7,500 crore and for UICL it is 7,500 crore rupee. Authorized share capital of entities are increased from time to time to enable the subscription of the capital. Renowned Indian Marxist economist and political commentator Prabhat Patnaik ji has been selected for 2022 Malcolm Adisha Award. It is given annually by Chennai-based Malcolm and Elizabeth Adisha Trust for distinguished contribution to the developmental studies and carries a prize money of 2 lakh rupees. In basketball, Tamil Nadu has beaten Punjab in the 71st Senior National Basketball Championship. In women's title, it was won by Indian Railways team after defending the Telangana with 131-82 score. Now these were the few questions, these were the few news events. Now let's have a look at few questions that can be framed. Which ministry has launched an integrated command center for smart cities? So for smart cities, the integrated command center has been launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, which is associated with the smart city project. What is the nodal agency for implementing Prime Minister's Employment Guarantee Program? Now for Employment Guarantee Program, the nodal agency is KVIC and it has generated quite an amount, like the highest from any scheme that has been generated. Which state is the largest producer of parboiled rice? Parboiled rice largest producer is Telangana currently. What are the parameters for calculating the wholesale price index? So for wholesale price index, there are three parameters, that being primary articles, fuel and power, and the third is manufactured products. So option A will be the perfectly right answer. What is the decadal reduction in poverty in India as per the World Bank report? So as per World Bank report, the reduction is 12.3%, whereas as per the Economic Survey of India, there are 21.9% people below poverty line. Which bank has raised the first offshore USD linked loan via IFSC? That bank is going to be the State Bank of India, which has raised 500 million US dollars. Now with this we'll be winding up this segment. I hope this session has been helpful and informative. We'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.